Hello, everybody. It's Big Al with some more content for Lord of the Rings Rise to War. So, today I'm going to do a season update because a lot of things have happened. There's been a lot of fighting. It's just been really busy. I'm going to talk about the leaderboards, the map, show you some of my fights. So, let's get into it. First, I'm going to start with the map. So, as I have said before, you have Rohan, Gondor, Ruin, and Lothlorien have been allied up. You have Angmar, Lindon, and Arnor that have been allied up. So, for the most part, it's east versus west. As the passes opened up in the center, we moved into the center. We had to come over here to help Rohan because they were getting pushed hard by Lindon and Arnor. So we came through the bottom pass and pushed up, and we have Haha over there continuing to push up. While the domes, the two dome fellowships, are in the center and have set up defense. Well, last I had talked about, Angmar and Lindon were double teaming Lothlorien. Ruin had came up here to help Lothlorien fight as well, but both teams were kind of battered and they needed some breather. So we made an attempt on this pass the other day, and the main goal was to draw Lindon to us because we needed to get Lothlorien and Rohan a little breather so that they could rebuild and recoup. Well, finally that worked because Lindon had been avoiding us all season until we hit that pass. So Lindon had came down and finally fought us, which we were underleveled, which we knew we would be, but our activity came up very big. Lindon has a lot of whales inside of it. Well, when Lindon came down to fight us, Lothlorien was able to come back and regroup. They took the capital of Erebor today, and now they are back over here fighting with Angmar and Lindon. So that is good. Rohan has moved into the fold as well, and they're on this pin. They are fighting Lindon just east of the pass that we are set up for defense. You got the two passes over here for Lindon and Arnor. Well, we have defense set up on the inside. Both passes there and up top on the north side of the center have been pushed by our enemies, and we were able to push them back. As you see the flag here, we also took this pass today, so we do have a way out of the center if we need to come around. Maybe we are, maybe we aren't. So that's with that. Let's check what day we're on, because honestly, I don't remember. We're on day 19. So, excuse me, almost to the 3-week mark. So, let's go to the leaderboards. As you see, with the affluence, I'm at 147. And we got Angmar players mostly, and we got a couple Dome there as well, and Haha inside the top 10. It used to be that my resources, I was always middle of the pack on production. Well, with the way that the changes have been made, it's harder to keep up with resources for building buildings and troops. So the devs have definitely slowed that down. Now farming is more important than ever. Let's go to the merit boards. The merit boards are going to be pretty much heavily with Lindon. They have fought the most because they have been fighting Lothlorien, Rowan, us, in Gondor, and Rohan. They have definitely fought the most in this season. And as most players know, I'm not a big fighter. If I'm fighting, usually it's to cause a draw to slow down the enemy advance or to protect the crossing, which again, I run Frodo, as most of you guys know. I am going to cause draws, so I am not getting a lot of merit. But I do my role very well. So as you can see, Wing and Telp are going to be the biggest. And then you got some LoTR in here. And then you got Angmar or Ruin. You have some more LoTR. I mean, you have to go down to 29, which you get the Handless Monkey, which is very good guy and very big account. So there's that. Let's go to the fellowship rankings. These have changed a lot. I believe last time we were here, Telp was number 1, and then Haha, our second dome, and then our dome were 3rd and 4th. And then, as you can see, Rohan has crept up a little bit more. LoTR is getting back up in there. Arnor, these two for Arnor, Ring and Lion, they are hurting. With Haha has been pushing them up the west side of the center. They have lost a lot of farmland. Angmar is, 9th and 13th. Unfortunately for them, I mean, they're allied with Linden, but they don't have that much farmland. They couldn't go somewhere else to farm. So there's that. Faction points. So this is something I wanted to talk about as well. I'm 27th in faction points, and you see Handless is number 1, Black is number 2, and Bowser is number 3. So there's the top 10. Okay, so I want to click on this, and I want to show you guys this, the fellowship rankings. The total affluence rankings of all members of a fellowship, and it's actually the faction. Season points are determined based on the following aspects: merit obtained from battle, occupying other tacticians' lands, depleting the durability of other tacticians' structures, siege points and armies killed when capturing a control point, and that's for the first time, and then structure development points. So they had recently changed it to where taking tiles and sieging forts and uprooting people add season points as well, which is definitely a change that needed to happen, but it should have happened a long time ago. So now some of the people that aren't big fighters get more recognition. Development level, we're on top, obviously, because we have the most land, the most keeps. We'll go to commanders. You see, I'm at 45 and I'm unranked. And again, a lot of these are going to be Linden guys. You have a couple LoTR, and it's mostly the meta that you're seeing. Gills, Gandalf the White, Dane, Bjorn. The King of Men is thrown in here a lot now too. But I can't tell you how much I absolutely hate Gil and am sick of seeing Gil. So many Gills on this server. Here's one I wanted to show from Ruin, is his shadow. I really like his shadow. I think he did a very good choice on his gear. The only thing I would do different is on his 2 skills. I would have put 5 in here, and then I would start building this up, trying to get 5. I probably would have put the 5 points in here first and then started building this one up. Because this one, it normal attacks inflict an additional focus damage. He does have some pieces here that have focus. Berserker's Raiment and the Palantir has a little bit of focus. But on this skill, your attack is +1 each time damage is dealt, up to 8 stacks. So if it's at 5 points, that's 5 extra attack, which is going to help you do more damage. Plus, when it stacks, you're talking an extra 40 attack at level 5. And then also at level 5, he gains initiative, which also stacks up. So he's going to be changing the order in which attacks are done, which also would be a really good thing. So that's the only thing I would change there. But like I said, as I scroll through, you see, the normal people. There was a Galadriel in here that I liked as well. right there. Finny Lion. Respect level 12, so she's able to do almost 3 full skill trees, which she'll get after she levels up. Very nice. Reach of the Red Mark isn't usually an item that you see on her too much, but it's a very good piece because of the initiative, and it does give an okay amount of focus. She's got the agility and the evasive set as well. So, very good. And I will be doing a video on Galadriel as well for people, because the old one I have is just that. It's old. And there's some new testing that has come out and ways of building her that I wanted to share with people. So let's see. We went over the leaderboards. We went over the map. Okay. Here, I'll show you my buildings really quick. As you can see, everything's pretty much up there. Almost done. My quarters are, 10s and 8s. Oh, I got to do that one too. Barracks. As you can see, I'm a little bit over 50%. So I have been taking today and rebuilding because I've had real life stuff to do. But can't really tell with what's in here because I have troops out in forts. One thing I have started to do is I am streamlining my barracks. Excuse me. So because we're Gundar, we're using Swan Knights a lot. I'm streamlining it down to Swan Knights, Guardians, Eagles, and Knights, pretty much, is what I'm looking at. Because a lot of those are cheaper, well, half of them are cheaper units, so I can get more going and always keep a flow of troops. I mean, as you can see, I have good production, around 70k each resource, but it's just not enough right now. So I'm going to show you some reports. Let me go to the favorites. So first I'm going to show you what I'm working with, which most of you know is my Frodo, which I love Frodo. We got Gandalf the Grey, Gimli with his unique, and then we have Dane. And I do rotate between Dane and Galadriel depending on if I'm fighting good side or evil. So, fought this guy from Linden, and he's got 4 or 5 levels on all my commanders. He's a little bit smaller guy. He's not a whale. He's been around for a few seasons, so he's got some good items. I mean, he's got a respect level 12 Gimli, and then his Dane's level 4. And I bet you he might probably have a commander that would be better than Dane level 4. I mean, if you get like a respect level 8 or 9 King of Men, or somebody like that might be better off. So there's that fight. Got in this one too that we're evenly matched on levels, and he's got the Frodo. He's running a lot similar as me, but as you see, I have Galadriel in this one, and this was not a good fight for her. But he looks, he's got the respect. He's got some gold items. So I would say that we were pretty much evenly matched, and I came out a little bit ahead over him. We got an Arnor guy here that hit me. I believe this was on the crossing that I was defending last night, and this was against my B team. As you see, he's not full, but it is my B team. So, not bad. Regular player, just like me. Wow. Okay. Oh, here, let me go back into that. Into this one. Yep. Here's the next one. I wanted to show you my Galadriel. So, as you can see, this is another one that I was fighting, defending the crossing, because they have the pass and we don't want them to come in farther. And then, here, let me show you my Galadriel, and that's what I'm working with on my Galadriel. So, It's okay. I have the Blazing Tongue at Might. I used to have it with Lord of Arcane, but this last season I used the hammer and I switched it to Might because I wanted to use that on Gimli and it fits Gimli's gear. Or as my second piece of gear, which would be on Dane, sorry. This Uhtred guy was very annoying last night. I was defending the crossing on the other side of the pass by myself for most of the night, and then I did get some help. So he's got a decent looking gill, which I hate to say because I am so sick of seeing gills. But this guy was getting the better of me a lot. He was winning the resource trade a lot. Man, I was trap guarding him quite a bit last night, where I'd let him hit Forgotten, so Forgotten would take a small chunk out of him, and then I would hit guard on Big Al, so that I would kill one or two of his commanders, and by doing that, I knew I didn't have to worry about him coming back for at least 10 minutes. And then here's some more Arnar, and this is when I put Eagles on because I went and blockaded one of the crossings to help Haha move up a little farther in advance where they didn't have to worry about people coming and slowing their advance or killing them while they were getting reinforced. So this was pretty nice. I mean, this is kind of a smaller account. He's got, respect 5, respect 6, and then he's got Helm, which the jury's still out on Helm. I'm not sure how I feel about him personally. And then I'm assuming this is his B team. So, and if Sir Bob does watch my videos, please reach out to me. I did notice a couple things I would like to help you with. So, that's my fights for the last night, pretty much. And a couple I did today, but I wasn't on much. So, I guess I'm going to wrap that up here. Definitely a lot has changed in the map, and a lot more will be changing over the next couple days. So, as always, make the most out of what you got.